So when I used to conversate with brothers that, you know, that are Muslim or things like that, or Nation of God's Earth, and Nation of God's Earth for brothers that really just feel, I'm God. I can change the weather. I can just change my location. You know what I mean? They feel as though, you know, the alpha male, the African man is God. You know what I mean? And besides that, there is no other. And I'm not going to say I actually truly believe that. I just took a little excerpt from like, yeah, well, I can change my environment. I can change this situation. So I guess, I can dig that. Not really knowing what I was trying. Even some of the Muslim brothers, I took a little data from that because it was a portion of the truth. It was a portion of the truth on this side.
That's right. That's right.
But the real truth is Jesus is all the world to me. Yes. My life, my strength, my all. He rose with me from day to day. Yes. I love those old days.
Come on.
Maybe an apple one day. Just next some of them. But it's a lot of power there. It's a lot of power there. But if you love him, say his name. Jesus. Jesus. Because you get lost. You really do. And if you just say God in a circle, like, oh, well, he must be talking about mine. He must be talking about mine. And that's ain't it at all.
Bless the Lord.
And then I like to go to 2 Corinthians 12 and 9. There's so much power there as well. God, and I'm paraphrasing, power made perfect in your weakness. God wants you to submit to his will. He wants you to allow him to show his power in your life, to help you out. There's so many things we coming into right now. It's so much that, unfortunately, Pastor McCoy didn't have to go through as a youth, that you are. And I think it's even doubly important to tag hold of this man. Go ahead and get your double portion, because what he's got, he can help you along. Tag along with your youth and your strength. It's no telling what God's going to do with y'all, because it's that time right now, and it's something miraculous that's going on in Delaware. I can't get my hand on it, but I feel it, and I know it's something like a pop in the spirit. Some change is going to happen, and it's tagged to the youth. It really is. So please encourage these kids the best we can. Please encourage them, because some of the stuff that they're seeing right now, y'all have no idea. You have no idea. I hit the streets from time to time the best I can when I have the time. I get a chance to go to different cities, encourage the kids, man, because you don't realize, man, some of the kids that still getting straight A's is the ones that got to raise their brother and sister. That's right. They need a hug. They need some
all right now.
You got that 4-year-old boy that, you know, his father went around, his mom is doing anything, and he's the man in the house. He's 5 years old. He don't know nothing about that. So by the time he 8, he got packs in his hand and doing a little bit of everything. And we got to pull those brothers in and encourage them. Because you really don't realize what kids is doing these days, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That little guy, I know a kid right now. His mother's all over the place. She does event planning and this and that. She just moved to the East Coast, and she's always on the go. He's acting now. He's about 10 years old right now. But because she's always on the go, his father's always on the go, he's just home. He's one of the latchkey kids too. Even though he has everything in hand, he's still wayward, because he really doesn't know what to do. And anything can entangle him, really set up and designed to kill you, straight up and down. Wow. You got to be careful even when you're in the cafeteria. I don't know why this came up, but sometimes people put stuff in their nails and it's flicking in your food, man. You got to be careful. It could be coke. I probably know kids right now that's snorting coke, shooting up something in their arm. Why the kids is going back to glue, y'all?
Kill your brain cells.
But I don't get it. I don't put the glue on your lip and you got the brown paper bag and you. Come on, y'all. That's lunacy, man. And that's crazy. You actually putting stuff in your body. In the old days when they had prohibition, they used to put crossbones and a skeleton on the liquor bottles. Why would I want to drink something that got a skull crossbones?
Poison.
It's poison.
Amen.
Poison. But we're still doing it today, because we can ride by, I don't care if you're 20, 30, 40 years old, and they'll say wine and spirits, and people still walking in there.
That's it.
I mean, it's in the house too, and I pray for
Come on.
It's a danger.
It is real.
You taking a spirit within your body, or you putting something up to your skin and put something in it. That's crazy. That's crazy, y'all. Wow, I was in it. God be the glory. Somebody prayed for me. Kept me on their mind. Took a little time to pray for me. My grandmother, I know she was praying for me. I know my mother was praying for me. But man, until I got enough strength to pray for myself and just keep myself engrafted in the Word, man, it ain't nothing like it. So when I was out the street, I didn't want to drink, because I had them crazy uncles that get fighting over a card game of spades. Oh, you you sandbagging, a woman punch you in the mouth. That's how.
That's
right.
That's it.
Hey, I mean, it seemed crazy. I've even seen two of my uncles pull knives on each other because they were sandbagging. Sandbagging basically is you try to.
Yeah.
Sandbagging basically you trying to get 13 books. And somebody might have 7, somebody might have 6. Somebody know. Don't act like y'all ain't never played some cards.
Come on now, come on.
Well, for the life of me, they was cheating, and they got, they reneged, whatever have you. But come to find out when my uncle's cheating, well, he pulled a blade out on my other uncle. They about to kill each other at family reunion. So in my subconscious, as a 13, 12-year-old, I'm like, man, I don't want to drink. I don't want to be like that. So that was a blessing to see that, but it was even more of a blessing that they didn't kill each other.
That's right.
But wow, but even during those card games, I love my brother to death. He's one of the most profound, talented brothers I've ever seen in my life. But even during those card games when he was 8 and 9, Satan was able to get into him because they would always, somebody would leave that, go ahead, nephew, take a drink of that. And even to this day, like my brother's a fish, y'all. He loves to drink, and I pray that he comes up out of that. But even during those times, I could have been entangled during those times.
That's right.
Because I was allowed to, but I was like, nah, I don't want that. Even to this day, 8 years old, my brother drinking gin, y'all. Sneaking a little beer, but to God be the glory. He's still here, and I know it's God's going to use him. God's going to use him. That boy must have a crazy stomach. 8 years old, you know what I mean? That's cigarettes, weed, you know what I mean? I know everybody, like, some people, they know what feelings and blunts are, but parents, we need to announce ourselves about this. That's right. We really do. Not to the point of just, you don't need to do that, and I'm going to take the door off your hinges so I can keep looking in your room, but trust your kids enough to know that you taught them the right thing.
That's right.
That's right.
Allow them to experience some things, and I'm not saying in a bad way, but to actually entrust them when they go to school. Like, look, Mom, I hear you. Let me put it to work. Let me put my faith to work because it's really, they're going to get there. I mean, we had to go through those experiences too. That's right. And sometimes even as myself, even with my son now, my pop wasn't around like he should have been. But man, what did God block from me seeing if he was around me? I mean, I love him to death, man, but some stuff I didn't need to be around.
That's right. That's right.
And much as it hurt, not learning how to shave and how to talk to a sister, and just certain things, how to carry myself with dignity and quality. Like some things I just missed. Even as a 4th grader, they would have the picnics with the fathers. I missed out on some of those things. But man, what did God block for me not being around him? Some people say, man, fatherless home and this, and he wasn't around, and he's going to be a juvenile delinquent, he's going to go to jail, he's going to smoke weed, and he's going to drink, and he's going to do this, and he's going to womanize, he's going to be a pimp. To God be the glory. I didn't have no time for none of that.
That's right.
All right. Yeah.
None of that. All right. The only time I was in jail was when I was working as a security guard in Smyrna prison. God is good, y'all. Yes, they had me pegged at 18, like, man, he gonna be in jail, he gonna be wild, he gonna be a pimp like his Uncle Frank of Wilmington. But to God be the glory, I wasn't.
Amen. Amen.
And God can change some things.
Yes, he can.
Wow. How important is it to go ahead and tap hold of that spirit right now, y'all, and get that in your system. Don't be fretful, don't be scared of speaking in tongues, because man, there's something real about that. There's something spectacular about that. So grab hold of that when you do get the opportunity. I'm telling you, boy, ain't like it. I'm preaching it, I'm sticking on it, I'm staying with it. That's where it's at. Yeah. But let them work in your life. The power made perfect in your weakness. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's nothing wrong with saying, God, I need you.
That's right.
Jesus,
that's right.
God, Jesus, I want you. Man, I'm having a tough time with this test. Man, homegirl, she just pressing me every time I pass her. She bumping me. I've been there. Had them shoulder matches going down the hallway. I've been there. But they're just testing you to see who's going to swing first.
Come on now.
But man, it's a lot of power. Knowing that you can walk off from that. Knowing that you good to go, man. Regardless of all that, I like to say dead that, meaning let it go. Because it ain't got any, ain't nothing to it. You know what I mean? Just let it go. Love of God, love of Jesus. Matter of fact, love of others, man, is what we truly need. Love of self. Love of self. If you're sitting in the mirror a good hour and a half because you truly don't know what to wear, man, that's because we doubting ourselves sometimes. Man, love yourself regardless. I don't care if you got a bad hair day, got to wear a hat. Do what you got to do, but love yourself, man. And I don't know why, but even the young fellas, man, they feel that they have to go to a higher degree of craziness to just impress themselves or impress somebody else, to do some things that really, like I said, don't make no sense, man. Get a football game, getting in fights because you want to try to get arrested. That don't make no sense.
Oh my God.
Why? Everybody want to go to some of these places now. They got a thing called martial law. They can basically shut down any store because they know that when certain demographics come around, they can shut the store down, or they can move it along. Or if you go to that store, they can arrest you. Just being there right now, you might be with any Timmys in the house. I'm gonna use that name often. No, good. Even just being around Tim, he might have a pack in his pocket. You ride with him, you going to jail too.
That's right.
But that's how easy the devil wants to try to manipulate us and keep us in, really entangled, entrapped, in prison. But I'd rather be apprehended by God because that's the best place to be. It's so many things that can happen. Guns, man. Kids walking around. Y'all think it's crazy, but 8-year-olds riding around with revolvers because they don't know what's going on, because they protecting themselves, because they don't got man's money by the end of the week. They gonna hurt them. 8 years old, y'all. I mean, y'all might see it right here in Laurel. I used to live in Wilmington off and on, so I had a cousin that did that all the time. It's happening here because everybody from the city, they couldn't make it up there, so yes, they coming down.
That's right.
They was, Lord, you know my heart. They was punks up there, and they want to come here to try to run something. Y'all see it all day, every day. Now we got gangs involved.
Yes.
Come on, man. Bloods and Crips and Browns and the Blues. I don't know what's out there all together, but man, come on, y'all. We know what it is. We know it's an entrapment. We know it's a fear factor. Ain't no diss to nobody that's involved in it, but God is the best thing that can happen to you. I'm going to stay on it. It's going to be a test because you're going to get challenged every day. But Jesus ain't getting them to nobody, and you see what they did to him. Now you're professing it and claiming it and walking the streets, and people are going to come at you. They're going to ask you, man, why you feel that way? Why you want to do this? Why you want to do that? Because it's the joy of God that makes me act the way I act. Because it's Jesus in my heart that makes me act the way I want to act. Wow. The love of yourself actually allow you to submit your gifts to the house. Sometimes we get bored when we're in the house. I ain't going to lie. Like I said, during the sermon, I used to go to the house and check the game. Matter of fact, my mom used to tell me, go check that, them greens for me, because it might be but I mean, it was no reverence, it was no love, it was just religious during that time. You know what I mean? So I did everything I could to just get out of the church, y'all.
That's it.
But I really didn't have the opportunity to really give of myself. I used to ask people, man, look, I'm good with numbers, can I help on the finance committee? Nah, you're too young. Man, well, can I sing a solo this time, y'all? I mean, this stuff I used to say all the time. Nah, not yet, you're too young. You know what I mean?
Well,
but I know it's artists in here. I know it's a poet in here.
It is.
I know somebody that can draw real well.
God.
God can use you prophetically with a piece of artwork.
Yes, you can.
I'm talking to somebody because he said it.
Come on now. Come on.
Amen. That's right. That's right.
Matter of fact, some of y'all love to dance. Dance. Ain't nothing wrong with dancing in the house. Matter of fact, you cut a step, I don't think Pastor's going to stop you. I really don't. But man, how much more excellent would the creative movement be if you just submit your gift?
My God.
That's right.
Y'all might not think it, but at 260, 32 years old, man, I love it. I dance all the time, y'all. And it's powerful. And you can see God move. Man, you can shift atmospheres. Just like that air conditioner, you can change the climate in this church just by dancing, just by drawing a picture. I'm telling y'all, it's powerful. Some of y'all can rap.
My God.
Come on now.
Yeah, some of y'all can.
My God.
I freestyle from time to time, and it's awesome the way God can use you, because when you put that word in you, that's all that come out of your lyrics. Everything. Even when you write a poetry, that's what comes out, man, because it's a burning inside. When you start bubbling them words up, that living water start flowing, man. But don't be lukewarm in it, y'all. Go be hot. I know some people like Lil Wayne, and, they call him Big Meech. They call it little Rick Ross and all that. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing hotter than Jesus Christ.
That's right.
Nothing. Matter of fact, the reason why they feel hot because they keep living for the devil. That's where they're going to be at. They're going to be hot.
All right.
Come on, brother. Come on.
But even besides that, man, there's somebody assigned to plucking them out the fire. And it might be one of y'all. It really will. And once you put that Holy Spirit in you and that love, and not to just abandon them or keep them going, because he might use you to go talk to Wayne. Like, look, you need to stop that. You can have that specific word that'll bring them into the house, man. Our job is to pluck them up out of the fire.
That's right.
You know what I mean? They said hell is expanding every day. Every day. It wasn't even designed for us, y'all.
That's right.
It was designed for them fallen angels.
That's
and
right.
it might seem sci-fi, but man, it's wow. When I think about it, even to